There's not a man I meet but does salute me as if I were their well-acquainted friend, and everyone does call me by my name.
Many people think that they, being used as a singular pronoun, is a new thing. However, in the Comedy of Errors Act 4 Scene 3, there is an example of they being used as a singular pronoun by the bard himself back in 1594. And that isn't even the earliest example, with the Oxford English Dictionary tracing the singular they back to 1375, where it appears in the medieval romance William and the Werewolf, a story written in Middle English by a man only known now as William. Roughly translated, the text reads, "Each man hurried till they drew near, where William and his darling were lying together." But with they being an example of a neutral pronoun, what title would a non-binary person use?
I believe in the gay power. I believe in us getting our rights, or else I will not be out there fighting for our rights.
Children who need to be taught to respect traditional moral values are being taught that they have an inalienable right to be gay.
It's really illogical. When you think about it, it's quite illogical to actually say, well, I'm gay and I'm into defending the gay community, but I don't care about anything else. It's ludicrous. It's important that if you're defending communities, that you also defend all communities and not just one.
This is Tom, a non-binary campaigner based in Brighton.
Hi, my name's Tom. My pronouns are they, them, and I started the Include MUX micro-campaign.
MUX, a title used before a person's surname or full name by those who wish to avoid specifying their gender or by those who prefer not to identify themselves as male or female.
The Include MUX campaign is about celebrating organisations that include MUX as a title option on their forms and encourages other organisations to add MUX. It's important that organisations include MUX because it shows basic respect for people who use MUX. Lots of people do use MUX, lots of people who are non-binary or genderqueer or agender or trans or otherwise just don't want to reveal their gender identity for privacy reasons. Lots of organisations already include a lot of titles such as Baroness and Doctor and Reverend, which is all great. Lots of people do use those titles and they should have the opportunity to use them. People who use MUX don't use Mr. and Mrs. or Miss or Ms because that's just not who they are. So they should be given the option to use MUX. I started the campaign because I got really frustrated as an individual with having to personally try and influence organisations and trying to get them to add MUX with mixed success. And I just thought that if I started a proper campaign and used a more public platform, then that would put more pressure on organisations to add MUX as a title. Companies that have added MUX already include Next, the clothing brand, River Island, the clothes shop, Triodos added it to their Triodos Bank UK added it to their newsletter. They already had it on bank cards, and Wilco also added it, the homeware brand.
In July 2017, the UK government launched the National LGBT Survey, which stated that 6.9% of the respondents identified as non-binary, with Stonewall estimating that around 600,000 people in the UK are trans and non-binary. Yet transgender and non-binary people are still one of the most marginalised minorities today, often attacked and discriminated against in the media by the trans exclusionary radical feminists known as TERFs for short. If you're a trans man or woman in the UK, your gender is protected under the Equality Act 2010. However, non-binary people are not recognised legally and are not afforded the same legal protections.
It's really important that MUX is added to forms partly because it means that there'll be more recognition of the title and of people who use it, which is mainly non-binary people and trans people who don't identify with binary gender identities. And it would mean that there's more visibility of us because all the millions of cis people that will be interacting with forms will then see that this is another option and that people that use it exist. People can find the campaign by going to link true.ee/include_moocs, where you can find all the social media handles and all the news articles about us, or you can go to @include_moocs on Instagram or Twitter.